Thanks for joining us from the Cal Power Quarter Horses Celebration of Champions. I'm Amy Wilson. We're back at the EQN Sports Desk, and now we get to visit with Erin Taormino. Thank you so much for making time to come talk to us.
Yes, absolutely.
So you're such a cool story, and we get to talk about all of it, but specifically the stud that you're riding, Hazardous Material. Tell us all about him.
Man, he's a really special horse. I got him late in his 2-year-old year. A good friend of mine started him, and we purchased him from him, and he's been a blessing to have. He's an amazing animal, and I feel like truly he just keeps getting better and better for me. And I don't know, I haven't had many that do that.
He continues to get better, and you guys have made the World's Greatest Horseman finals again, so looking forward to that on Saturday night. We were just going through your scores. You were 218 in the herd work, a 222 in the rein, 220 and a half in the steer stopping, and a 212 in the cow work. The steer stopping stands out to me because I was running back and forth doing interviews, but Jackie Crawford was here cheering you on, so excited for you. That has to be awesome.
Oh my gosh, Jackie and I, we're really good friends, and she's been so influential in this, and when I first started thinking about World's Greatest, she's who really pushed me to do it and told me I can do it, and she's one of my closest friends, and without her, and honestly, I've been roping with Tate Kirchenschlager a lot this year, like a lot. He's been putting up with me, and without those two, I couldn't have done it.
Yeah, just to be extra confident in that event.
Yes.
What have they done to really help you? Any specifics you can point out?
I mean, I don't know about anything specific, but just, helping me keep it simple and basic. Starting roping later in life, it's been hard, because I didn't rope at all. But they've just been great about encouraging and positive, and just, they let me come over and probably drive them crazy a lot. So that's been the best part.
I bet they enjoy it. I know Jackie does. She loves cheering you on.
Fun.
And I think it's also really cool because we've seen what Jackie's done, especially in the breakaway roping world, and what you've done now in rein cow horses. Only the third woman in NRCHA history to be $1 million rider, and really came in the Down the Fence documentary. We were just talking about that a minute ago, and just the impact that you had by showcasing a girl can enter, such a male-dominated area and excel, and you've done that.
Yeah, it's been quite a ride. It's been fun.
And with that, I'm sure comes some challenges.
Yes, yeah, it's been. I'm a perfectionist, so I'm really hard on myself, and so the highs are high and the lows are low. But what I love this industry, and I love the sport, and I love the horses, and when you're competitive, you just keeps you going forward.
For sure. One of those highs was winning second at Run for the Million last year. That was on Hazardous Material. I think we should take a look at that because this is so cool, absolutely amazing. And as you get to rewatch it, tell us about it.
This run, it was so special. This horse, he's so smart and he's so physical. And I knew watching this right here, he was so dialed in. And I knew if I just watched my cow and let him do his job, he was going to be spot on, and gosh, he was so good. I just remember thinking, just keep watching my cow and keep doing my job, and man, he didn't miss at all. It was fast and exhilarating, and I couldn't have asked him to be any better. It's a feeling I'll never forget. I've rewatched it a couple of times, and it's something that I'll absolutely never forget. He tried so hard and gave me everything right there. It was awesome.
I love your excitement. You can tell just how much you love that, and I'm sure you would love to replicate that.
Oh my
Saturday
God, yeah,
night.
that would be incredible.
I'm glad we continue showing those. That is so cool, and the excitement, and just knowing what goes into getting to a point like that, and then everything coming together, because there are so many different variables.
You never, we always say in the cow horse, when you go down the fence, you can go from hero to zero really, really fast. And at that moment, when they blew the whistle, I knew he was good and it was going to be good.
Yeah, so cool. So you mentioned you didn't have any prior experience roping. Kind of take us back to your beginnings, because you grew up in Canada.
Yep.
And how did you ever fall in love with horses and this way of life?
I grew up in a small town in Grenfell, Saskatchewan, and honestly, I rode horses my whole life, but I just did like 4-H and quarter horse shows, and actually that's how I started horse showing. Is I did the all around. I showed Western Pleasure and Hunter and her saddle and stuff, and I got a youth horse, and made my way down to the States showing, and one thing led to another. I moved to Texas and started loping cutters, and I was like, well, this is easy. And then I ended up working at the same place that Ron Rawls was at, and I mean, I just fell in love with the cow horse. Ronnie was so awesome, and I worked for him for I think 4.5 years, and he taught me so much, and I mean, it was great. The foundation that he put in my program is second to none, and something that I'll forever be grateful for.
And now you have a program with your husband.
Yes.
So does he start the horses? And
Yes. He does a lot. He does a lot of the 2-year-old stuff for me. When we went to work for Todd, he did all of Todd's 2-year-olds. We were there for I think 5 years, and now we have our own business, and it's been a lot of fun, and it's amazing to see how things have kind of changed and evolved along the way. But it's been great.
I know this week or couple weeks is especially busy for you, and
Yes.
all the horses you're showing. You guys also have a little boy, so
Yes.
you have a lot to juggle in life.
Yes.
But I know you've been doing some other winning here as well. You want to
Yeah.
tell us about any of the other horses you're riding?
Yes. So I had a few Derby horses here, and one of my Derby horses ended up, I think he ended up tied for 5th in the Open Derby. He won the novice horse. I just showed him in the Hackamore, and I think I'm pretty sure we're making the Hackamore finals tomorrow. I showed a bridle horse, and we made the bridle finals tomorrow, and headed to World's Greatest Finals Saturday night. So it's been a really good week. I am so grateful.
Do you remember making the World's Greatest Horseman finals for the first time last year? Do you kind of recall those emotions and what it was like?
Yeah, there was a lot of tears. I couldn't
Happy
believe
tears.
it. Yeah, when I made it last year, it seemed unbelievable. It's only my 3rd year entering, and to be back to the finals 2 years in a row is, I mean, it's something that I don't take for granted, because it's so much. It takes such a special horse, and there's so much that goes into it. And at any given point, I mean, to no fault of anyone's, you could have a bobble and not be there. And to, when I first started entering World's Greatest, I never even, I wanted to enter, and I wanted to not make a fool of myself, in the roping and stuff. And now to be back 2 years in a row, it's just, it's unbelievable.
That's a huge accomplishment. Yeah, someone yesterday was saying, it takes a lot of luck, because when you get down to the top 15, when it comes to the horsepower that we see, and obviously the amazing trainers, I mean, it just depends whose day it is, and it's such a huge accomplishment to be a part of that.
I remember sitting in the stands year after year watching all those guys do all 4 events, and being in the cow horse, I understand what the 3 events are, and then when you add that 4th event, I'm always in awe of what those riders and what those horses can do, and to now be a part of it for the 2nd year it's a really incredible feeling, really rewarding.
Yeah, definitely. I know you really appreciate all of the people who help make your business so successful. So I wanted to mention Linda Mars and anyone else that you wanted to talk about with that.
Miss Linda has had this. She's kept this horse with me. She's had faith in my program, and without amazing owners, I mean, I'm very lucky. I have a fabulous group of owners, and without them, we can't do what we do. They support us. They send us down the road. They trust they trust us with these animals, and without them and without their horsepower, I couldn't do what I do. Absolutely not.
Yeah, right. Another one of those highs was winning the Stallion Stakes.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Yes, I won the Stallion Stakes on the same stud a few years ago, or I don't know, 22 maybe. And it was to win that major aged event on this horse. He's very deserving and rewarding, and he had a little tough luck as a 3-year-old. I didn't make the Snaffle Bit finals on him, but when he started coming on to be able to get that win under his belt, it made it all that more special for Linda and for Hazardous Material.
Yeah, definitely. Do you call him Skeeter?
We call him
How
Skeeter.
do you get that name?
I don't know. He came with it, but I feel like he has other aliases. I'll see like Hazmat, and it's kind of funny to see all the aliases that he comes with.
Multiple names.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, he is so cool, and
Yes.
so are you. We are really
you.
looking forward to seeing you guys at the World's Greatest
Thank you.
Horseman Finals Saturday night, and congrats on everything else.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's great to have you come up here and get to talk to Erin Taormino. We will be cheering her on Saturday night. So will Jackie Crawford. I know she's excited. So looking forward to all that, and we'll continue to bring you more from right here and forward.